Why do so many of us guys over 60 shrink in muscle but keep growing in the gut no matter how hard we grind at the gym? You look in the mirror and it feels like you're just spinning your wheels. Believe me, man, I totally get it. I was right there with you. You're facing a pretty terrifying reality right now. It's not just about how we look at the beach anymore, right? It's the very real fear of losing your independence, getting brittle bones, and literally watching your vitality slip away. But listen to me. There is a hidden science that most doctors completely ignore. It's the exact proven science I used to completely reverse my own physical decline. And let me tell you, it's an absolute game changer. I vividly remember the day I hit a massive wall at 60. I was perpetually fatigued, feeling weak, and honestly, losing the battle against my own biology. But then I discovered the ultimate cheat codes for men our age. In this explainer, I'm going to share my personal transformation journey and tease the exact blueprint that got me dialed in. But I'm keeping the ultimate solution locked up until the very end, so you're going to want to stick around for this. We're about to rewrite the rules of aging.
Section 1. The Great Metabolism Myth. Let's look at what's really slowing you down.
We all blame our expanding waistlines on a crashed metabolism, right? I mean, I totally used to think my metabolism just fell off a cliff the day I blew out my 50th birthday candles. But a massive comprehensive study out of Duke University just dropped a major truth bomb on that idea. We think our metabolism crashes and burns, but the reality, our cells are actually just slowing down very gradually. Get this. The study revealed that your metabolism only slows down by a measly 0.7% a year after you hit 60. Just 0.7%. So if your metabolism isn't broken, what's making you soft? Well, the real issue is that your cells are slowing down, and more importantly, your muscles are absolutely starving. You are literally losing your metabolic engine.
Section 2. The silent threat, sarcopenia, the real reason we feel old and fragile.
We're talking about sarcopenia here. This is the dangerous, age-related loss of muscle mass, strength, and function that accelerates rapidly after age 60. Look, if you aren't fighting sarcopenia right now, you aren't just losing your physique, you're actively entering survival mode. You're losing your independence. It's the stark difference between rolling around in the yard with your grandkids and struggling just to push yourself out of your armchair. And this is exactly why muscle is so crucial. Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, a top expert in this field, puts it perfectly. Muscle is the organ of longevity. Think about it. Your grip strength, your overall muscle power, that tells us way more about your future health, your resilience, and your ability to bounce back than your bathroom scale ever will. Muscle is quite literally your body's armor. Section 3. Cardio kills your muscle. Why the treadmill is wrecking your gains. Check out this clinical data from Wake Forest University. If you just restrict calories in diet, you lose about 16% of your muscle. But combine those low-calorie diets with endless cardio, you literally burn away 20% of your muscle mass. You are burning up the very engine that keeps you young. But when you do diet plus resistance training, that muscle loss drops to just 10%. That is a massive, massive difference, guys. Section 4. The anabolic resistance factor. Why your muscles are starving for fuel. So, anabolic resistance is your aging body's decreasing ability to synthesize muscle from the protein you eat. Back in your 20s, you could scarf down a single chicken breast, hit the gym, and get jacked. Your muscles responded instantly. But at 65, your muscles are stubborn. They need way more evidence, way more fuel to even start the building process. This means we need a heck of a lot more protein than those standard government guidelines recommend. According to the experts at Stanford Lifestyle Medicine, the old rules simply do not apply to us anymore. You've got to aim for 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. But here's the real kicker. You have to spread it out. Hitting at least 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal is the magic number to actually flip that muscle-building switch in an older guy's body. A piece of toast and black coffee for breakfast? Yeah, that just isn't cutting it anymore. Section 5. The 72-hour recovery rule. Why training less actually builds more.
Clinical data from Golden Athletes shows a really fascinating line. In younger guys, testosterone rebounds super fast. But for guys over 60, our stress hormone, cortisol, stays elevated way longer after an intense workout. And cortisol breaks muscle down. Because of this prolonged stress response, our anabolic recovery window takes a full 72 hours to complete safely.
This next point is absolutely vital, so lean in here. Training a muscle before that 72-hour window closes doesn't make you stronger. It actually destroys the muscle you are actively trying to build.
If you hit the gym every 48 hours like some 30-year-old gym bro, you're basically pulling the bread out of the oven halfway through baking and wondering why it's still raw dough. You aren't under-training, guys. You are severely under-recovering.
Section 6. The Ultimate Transformation Blueprint. The Hidden Cheat Codes Revealed. Okay, here is the ultimate Japanese longevity-style aesthetic blueprint. You might actually want to screenshot or write this down. You need 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight daily, a minimum of 30 grams of leucine-rich protein per meal, just 3 days a week of intense, progressive resistance training, a strictly protected 72-hour rest period between sessions, and you absolutely must prioritize deep sleep to peak your natural growth hormones. It's a beautifully simple structure, but it requires consistency. So how do you actually execute this? Step 1, perform safe, heavy compound movements like the goblet squat. Step 2, exaggerate the eccentric phase. That means going super slow on the way down to safely build strength and muscle fibers. Step 3, stop guessing when you go to the gym. Track your incremental progress every single week and let your nervous system properly reset. And if you want to know if this works, just look at the real-world results. This is data from John, a 67-year-old guy who followed this exact science to the letter. In just 90 days, he dropped 40 pounds overall. But the absolute best part? He lost 20% of his dangerous visceral belly fat while actually gaining 5% muscle mass. He built a suit of armor while losing the gut. That, my friends, is the absolute holy grail of aging. So here is the final, provocative question I want to leave you with today. Will you spend your 60s losing your muscle and your dignity just running on empty on a treadmill? Or will you use this science-backed blueprint to build your armor, protect your independence, and absolutely reclaim your prime? The science is incredibly clear. The blueprint is right here in this explainer. The only question left is, are you ready to stop surviving and start thriving?